Hi guys, Tony DeMakis with Alliance Specialties and Laser Sales, and I am here with Paul Moreau from Progressive Components, and he's going to tell us about the system cooling test rig that we have in our mold maintenance department. It's one of our newest pieces of equipment, and we're happy to partner with Progressive to have it in here. So Paul, thank you for being here.
Absolutely.
Thank you for letting us use the equipment, and tell us a little bit about it.
So the system cooling test rig is designed to analyze the condition of the water lines inside your mold.
Okay.
You can run a flow capacity test and a pressure leak down test. The high level advantages to each is you can check the condition, especially compared against the benchmark for your flow capacity. So if you have contamination, blocked bubblers, or scale buildup, for example, you'll be able to detect any loss of flow at a given pressure that these are costing you.
Okay.
That loss of flow will in turn raise cycle times and delta temperature. The pressure leak down test is useful for post-service before you put that mold in the press to check the condition and make sure that it's watertight before you spend the time to hang it in the press.
Okay. So this allows us to certify and provide feedback to our customers that says, we've taken this mold apart, we've reassembled it, we've checked the water lines, we've made sure that there's no leaks. It is safe and ready to go back in the press.
Correct.
So Paul, one of the things that we're big on here at Alliance is preventative maintenance and trying to get people to believe in preventative maintenance and take care of things before it's a major problem. How does the system cooling test rig help us to establish that?
So with the system cooling test rig, every time you run a test, you can save that report. And after a while, when you've got a few reports backlogged in there that you can look back at and compare against, you can start seeing at what intervals of time that you need to perform some sort of waterline service, whether it be an acid flush or a drilling out. And with that data in hand, and knowing the interval that it needs to occur at, you can then begin to look forward and predict when you need to perform that preventative maintenance. So running a test on the system cooling test rig is very easy. It's a very easy software to navigate. There's only 4 pages. And the first step to doing this is to enter the mold information into the profile sheet. So we're going to navigate to our settings page here on the right and enter the mold ID number, as well as the circuit names for each of the 8 circuits on the manifold, and click enable for any that we're actually going to use. We also have a comments field. Optionally, you can set thresholds for tolerances for what you consider to be acceptable or passable results. If you do that, the software will compare the actual results to your thresholds and then make a decision if it meets or if it fails, and gives you a very easy to interpret graphical output. So with that information in here, we're going to go over to our test page. We're going to find the mold profile, hit open. We can enter the operator name and then the location where the test was performed for ultimate tracking and traceability, and it'll automatically add a date stamp as well. From here, there's 3 buttons that we need to be concerned with: the pressure test button, the flow test button, and then the purge system, which uses compressed air to flush all the water lines out when we're done. So to run the test, we just select the test that we want to run, hit test, and then it has a macro that it runs through, its own predefined process. It takes about 2 to 3 minutes for the flow test. It'll bring it up, it'll purge the air out, it'll bring it up to pressure, create those test conditions, and then run the test and see what our results are. From here, it's hands off for the next 2 minutes until it's done. So the test is finished running now. We have all of our results in these 4 or 5 columns here. We have our actual flow min and max that was able to record under these conditions, and then the result as compared against our tolerance. In this case, all 3 zones are passing. And we can add any comments that we would like to this report, hit save.
All right, Paul, thank you for doing that. Thank you for showing us how the test rig works. If somebody wants more information on this, somebody wants to bring a test rig into their own facility, what do they have to do?
Get in contact with Progressive Components to send an email into our customer service general inbox requesting information on the system cooling test rig, and we'll schedule a WebEx, on-site visit, or a conference call of your choosing.
Great. Thank you for coming out and
thank you for having me.
helping us with it.
Absolutely. You have a good day.